Listen, if you're hearing people talk about a $2,000 SSI stimulus check and you're wondering, is this real or is this just another internet rumor? You are absolutely not alone, because I see these comments every single day. People stressed, confused, checking their bank account multiple times, hoping something finally shows up, and that stress is very real, especially when you rely on SSI to cover rent, food, medicine, and just basic life stuff. And right now, prices are still high, groceries cost more than ever, utilities keep going up, gas is higher, and SSI already feels stretched thin, so when headlines start floating around about a $2,000 check, your heart jumps a little, and honestly, that's normal. Anyone in your shoes would feel the same, and that's exactly why we need to slow down and talk carefully through what's actually happening, what's official, and what's still being talked about behind the scenes, because there are real updates, but they're not always explained clearly, and that's where people get tripped up, misled, or just plain frustrated. And here's the part most videos won't tell you right away, so stick with me, because by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly where things stand, what to watch for next, and how to protect yourself from false hope. And first, let's talk about what's official, because when it comes to SSI, the only place that truly matters is ssa.gov, the Social Security Administration's website, and as of the latest official updates posted there, there has not been a confirmed nationwide $2,000 one-time stimulus check approved specifically for SSI recipients, and I know, that's not what people want to hear. But honesty matters more than hope that's based on a rumor, because a lot of viral posts and videos are mixing together different ideas. Cost of living adjustments, state-level payments, old stimulus programs from previous years, and when those get mashed together, it starts sounding like a brand new $2,000 check is already on the way. But in reality, what we're seeing is ongoing discussion, proposals, and pressure on lawmakers, not a finalized payment yet. And that's where confusion really starts to build, because SSI did receive a COLA increase. That's a cost of living adjustment, which is an automatic adjustment tied to inflation, and that increase shows up spread out over monthly payments, not as one big check. But when people see that their monthly amount went up, or they hear about back pay, or they hear about states issuing extra relief, the message gets twisted into everyone is getting $2,000, and that's just not how the system works, at least not right now, and I want you to stay with me, because the next part explains why this rumor keeps coming back stronger every few months and why it hasn't completely disappeared, even though there's no official approval yet, because here's something interesting, and this part really matters. Lawmakers and advocacy groups are actively pushing for extra SSI relief right now. And this pressure isn't random, it's happening because SSI simply hasn't kept up with real-world costs for years. Not months, years. And this isn't speculation or rumor. This is openly discussed on government and policy pages, including ssa.gov and official congressional proposal summaries, where they talk directly about how SSI benefit limits are outdated, how asset rules no longer reflect real life, and how the current system doesn't match today's cost of living. And when these discussions hit the news cycle, even briefly, creators run with big headlines like $2,000 stimulus confirmed, because those headlines grab attention fast, even when the proposal hasn't passed, and that's frustrating, because it gives people hope without clarity, and false hope can be exhausting, especially when you're already stretched thin, because if you've ever waited on money that never showed up, you know how draining that feels. You wake up in the morning and check your bank account, then later in the afternoon, maybe once more at night before bed, hoping something finally changes, and when nothing does, that weight just sits on your chest heavy and quiet, especially when bills are due. Rent is coming up fast. The electric bill is higher than last month. Groceries cost more than they used to. Even basic items feel expensive now. And the stress builds quietly, day after day, without anyone really seeing it. And you start replaying everything in your head, wondering if you missed a form, or if your payment got delayed, or if you forgot to report something small, or if something went wrong with your account that you don't even know about yet, and that kind of anxiety doesn't just go away. It follows you around, it messes with your sleep, your focus, your patience, and your peace of mind. And that's exactly why I'm walking you through this slowly, step by step, without rushing or hype, because there are things you should be doing right now, even without a confirmed $2,000 check. And this part is important because when real payments or real relief programs do get approved, the people who stay informed are the ones who don't miss out, the ones who aren't scrambling at the last minute, the ones who already understand how the system works and what signals to look for. And one of the biggest mistakes I see over and over again is people relying only on short social media clips, catchy headlines, or comment sections instead of checking the official source themselves. And when it comes to SSI, that official source is ssa.gov. Always, no exceptions. And for federal stimulus-related actions or relief programs, that also includes congress.gov and whitehouse.gov, because that's where real decisions are published first, in plain writing, not in rumors or comment threads. And for full details, I've added the official links in the video description so you can visit those websites and verify the information yourself at your own pace, in your own time, without pressure. Because you should never have to just trust a video or take someone's word for it when it comes to your money, your benefits, or your future. You should be able to see it in writing clearly, directly, straight from the source. And now let's talk about the pain point. Nobody talks about enough, which is delays and uncertainty. Because even when money is approved, even when you hear the word approved everywhere, it doesn't show up overnight. SSI payments move on strict schedules. Eligibility rules matter more than people realize, and sometimes system backlogs, reviews, or processing delays slow everything down. So when you hear approved, that doesn't always mean paid. And that gap, that waiting period, is where a lot of stress lives, where people start panicking, refreshing their accounts, calling offices, and feeling helpless. And it's also exactly where scammers step in, taking advantage of that confusion, telling people to click links, give personal information, or apply for stimulus money that doesn't even exist yet. And let me be very clear here. The Social Security Administration does not ask you to apply for federal stimulus payments through random links. They do not DM you on social media, and they do not request personal details that way. So if anyone claims they can unlock your $2,000 SSI check, or speed it up for a fee, that's a major red flag. And staying aware of that protects not just your money, but your identity too, which is just as important. And now here's the part that really matters going forward, because even though there's no confirmed $2,000 check today, there is momentum, and you can see it in public discussions around benefit reform, SSI modernization, and inflation relief. These conversations are happening out in the open, and they're ongoing. And when something finally moves from talk to action, it usually happens fast, without much warning, and that's why this channel exists, to break it all down in plain English, without hype, without panic, without scare tactics, just facts, timing, and what it actually means for you and your situation. And before we go any further, let me ask you this. Which city are you watching from? Drop it in the comments, because knowing where you're watching from helps everyone here understand how these issues are affecting real people in real places. Because SSI rules are federal, yes, but state programs can be very different. And knowing where viewers are helps everyone compare notes. And if this explanation is helping you feel a little more grounded, go ahead and hit the like button. It really does help the video reach people who are just as confused and stressed as you were 5 minutes ago. And for clear and simple updates, make sure you're subscribed, because when something real drops, you don't want to hear about it late. And now, before we wrap up, I want to connect this to what's coming next, because I'm working on a full video that breaks down the latest SSI payment changes, possible relief programs, and what to watch for month by month, and you'll see it right after this one on the end screen. And that next video goes deeper into timelines, eligibility, signals, and what usually happens right before new money is approved. And here's the thing, the $2,000 question isn't going away, And the moment it becomes real, it won't start with a viral post. It'll start with a quiet update on an official site, and the people who catch it early are the ones who benefit most. So stay close, stay informed, and in the next video, I'll show you the exact signs to watch for before any SSI stimulus becomes official. And once you see those signs, you'll never be caught off guard again. And while you wait, remember, even without a confirmed $2,000 check, staying informed, double-checking official sources, protecting your identity, and planning your budget carefully can reduce stress, make you feel in control, and help you react quickly the moment real updates come, because at the end of the day, understanding the system, knowing what signals to watch, and being prepared is more powerful than hoping for a number that might not appear yet. And that's why watching these videos, commenting with your questions, sharing your experiences, and staying connected to reliable updates is so valuable, because knowledge is your first defense against disappointment, scams, and confusion. And that's the reason I keep breaking these updates down in plain, simple English for you, so that when something changes officially, you're not guessing, you're not panicking, you're informed, prepared, and ready to take the next step to secure what you're entitled to. And that's why it's so important to stay tuned, subscribe, hit the like button if this helps you, and follow along with the next video where we'll get even deeper into timelines, eligibility signals, state-specific variations, and how to spot official SSI updates immediately. Because being early, being informed, and acting quickly is the key to making sure you actually get any relief the moment it becomes real. And that's the strategy everyone needs to navigate the confusing mix of proposals, media headlines, viral claims, and actual government decisions, because the difference between hearing it late and being ready early can literally be thousands of dollars. And the peace of mind knowing you didn't miss anything is priceless. And that's exactly what we're walking through here, step by step. And that's why, even while nothing is confirmed yet, following official sources, keeping calm, and understanding the process gives you an edge, because eventually, proposals become decisions, decisions become payments, and payments reach the people who were paying attention and prepared, and you want to be one of those people, because the stress, confusion, and false hope stop the moment you know exactly where things stand and what to do next. And in the next video, you'll see exactly what signs to watch for, what updates are real, what changes are coming to SSI, and how to act immediately when the $2,000 or any other relief actually becomes real, and that knowledge is exactly what turns anxiety into preparation, fear into action, and rumors into clarity. So stay close, stay informed, check the official links I've added in the description, protect your identity, and be ready for what's next. Because the moment real SSI stimulus or relief hits, being informed first is everything.